Okay, that was a little long wait right there, but we here. Don't worry, we here. So we are doing class trial for chapter 5. Yes. Yep, Nagito's dead. It is time for us to figure out who it is that is responsible for his death. And also, we will also be discovering who the traitor is. So, and yeah, we're here early because I want to do this whole trial in one sitting. Friggin' tongue hurts, so I bit it earlier. But anyway, I don't think I have any skills I can set. I didn't really hang out with people like that. Oh wait. No, I don't care about that. I don't have anything else, because honestly, I haven't hung out with people no more. I didn't hang out with people the way I could, but let's just go in.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh my! Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Chesto!
Wow.
One more time! Jeez! How about this one?
My full power.
This will be my final blow! It's useless.
Indeed.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
No need to.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid! There's no way in hell I'm the traitor!
Now that's more like it! Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or... Oh, my music already?
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Why did the killer have to torture Nagito? No. Were the wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place?
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were...
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured...
No, that's wrong.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
Oh man.
Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the... Then, after they killed him...
Whoa, whoa. I got too much.
Damn it!
Whew. I had too much cutting on that one.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
Kazuichi seems unusually confident. I should ask him why that is.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk. But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how at first, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Allow me to cut through those words! No, there's no doubt
Listen,
Nagito's
Urza.
mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
Listen, Urza. I was waiting. Okay? I waited a good long while. Alright? I'm sorry. To be honest, you didn't miss a lot. I honestly, that was just the second phase I just started. If you want, I'll give you a little recap. So much happened. Monami is being released. Monami's not tied up this time. You know she's usually tied up? She's not tied up. Also, she's just standing there silently. Monokuma tried beating her up a little bit to get a reaction out of her, but she ain't doing nothing. She just being tough. And, you know, the first thing was we were trying to figure out why Nagito... They were trying to torture Nagito. That's why he was killed that way. But, no, the answer was duct tape. There's no need for that. And then Kazuichi's still talking. He's like, no, that's not why. That's not why. And the answer was duct tape again. And now here we go. Nagito's mouth was covered before he was all beaten up like that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to start without you. I tried waiting. I'm sorry. I promise I won't do it again. I promise.
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors. We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? You have a crush on him or something?
Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
You can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Next time, how about this? Next time, I will, before streams start, I'll always notify you. I'll always be like, hey, a stream is coming. I'll always notify you, because you know, sometimes YouTube doesn't give you notifications. That's why I always be like, I'm streaming right now. But I'll tell you beforehand from now on. That's what I'll do. Not just for the last chapter of this game, but also for future games if I ever find one that will look nice to stream, okay? I'll let you know beforehand, so that way, you know, I can get a heads up, like if you're not busy or you're not ready yet, and I'll just wait.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then, let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
The reason for the fire, huh? They're right. We need to clear that up first.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or
Alright,
perhaps
that's what I'll do from
opening
now
the door
on.
caused intense wind pressure to tip over the lighter.
Some kind of setup was used to start that fire. So what could it be?
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at
The killer used he lit the curtain on fire.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil?
They probably just
based on the shape of it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter, it could have ignited the curtain.
some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door.
I agree with that. I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
No.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
Domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels.
I don't know how to play dominoes. I see people play it all the time. I'm just like, how do you play this kind of game?
So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
The killer did one other thing to hide the domino effect?
I see!
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. Within that darkness, a loud hymenal blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listen to this depressing crap? No, I'm not talking about the music. And as if on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
It's fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it. It's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Akane ignored their protest, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open.
So the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
With the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
If that door was the only entrance to the warehouse... I see. So the problem Chiaki's talking about is... the killer couldn't have left.
I see!
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it...
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Huh?
You don't mean...
You don't mean... But if that's true... this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse. There's only one person who could have done that. Nagito himself.
This is my answer! What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like he said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something. Shaki's not surprised either. Of course he's not. Well, then again, Shaki's rarely surprised. She's always so not with us.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Oh my god.
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Yo. If our assumption that Nagito committed suicide is correct, Nagito should have tied himself up too. That's okay, right?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. No, that's wrong!
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
Yeah, found the knife, and you see it's burnt.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
The proof that the burnt rope on Nagito's right arm is a trap is his sleeve.
I see!
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Oh.
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
Stop.
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back? What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it!
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest!
A way to stab yourself in your right hand using only your left hand. It's okay. There's definitely an answer for this. I know, right? Chill in the courthouse. She said, I want to cup of feel. Akane, pay him.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free.
No.
How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Give me back that Benjamin. If Nagito could only use his right hand to stab himself in the palm, then how'd he do it?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right...
If he threw the knife and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knives.
I agree with that.
I agree with my girlfriend.
The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
Oh.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then, he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Oh my god.
Say it one more time. I need you recorded. For reasons.
This is why she don't like you.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out!
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear.
Urza said chill out. Where's my soda? Hang on, let me grab my soda. Calm down, Kazuichi. This is why Sonia don't like you. She said, I don't even want to repeat the phrase, but I should repeat the phrase, but I'm not going to repeat the phrase, because that's what the internet is for. Okay.
It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand, while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monami sassing me!
How dare she?
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Huh?
I feel that there's Some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
So cute.
Everyone working together.
She's right. We made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Then, even now.
Alright, let's do this.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail.
Stop.
I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
Whoa.
What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
She said, I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed. Whew. This trial is intense. Oh, Jesus. If Nagito committed suicide, then he must have used that spear to stab himself. Even if his arms and legs are tied up, there's no doubt he used some part of his body. The only thing he could have used is...
How did Nagito's... Let's work together. When the spear stuck, his right hand was...
He was only able to... But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No, that's wrong! Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
What was Nagito's left hand doing when the blood splattered? It was gripping.
I see!
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Akane!
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right. That's the problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
Which section of the spear was he holding onto? The shaft, handle, cord, blade, the cord.
I see!
That's it. Instead of the handle,
I know, right? Akane
Nagito
needs
must
to
have been
stop.
holding onto the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito is gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
Oof.
That's a long plan, Nate.
Right?
One step at a time? What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Oh shit. Nagito was facing up, and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. If so, that's just before. If it's just before that, that's it. Could it be? The state of the spear and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment. If I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure out where the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. Oh, my worst enemy. Oh shit. I can't see. Damn it, I can't see. It comes so fast. Alright, there we go. Oh shit. Haha ho. Haha ho. It was above him. Almost went underneath. Oh shit. Not these things. No. 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 I angled that so bad. Just keep going. Come on. Let's go, Hajime. Jesus Christ. Oh god. Alright. The ceiling almost fell off. Snap. Oh. Miss with that gay shit. Oh no! Oh, no! Okay, awesome. Are you serious? Ah, punks. The spear's cord. Oh, come the f— Are you serious?
It's all coming together!
Oh yeah, I changed the difficulty. You darn right. I was like, I'm not having another mishap. I've had bad luck.
He was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
I've had too much bad luck. I'll redo this trial on my own time on mean difficulty. But I was like, nah, I ain't got time for that right now.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
He ain't that powerful.
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body, that was all him?
You think he's not that crazy?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
Yup.
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
Ding, ding, ding.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Jeez. And I was starting to feel a little sympathetic toward him. How stupid of me. I completely underestimated his capability for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I had forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right?
Something tells me you guys didn't know the real Nagito. Oh man. I mean, he hated y'all to the point where he tried to blow y'all up.
Whatever became of that?
I'm pretty sure he wouldn't. I'm pretty sure trying to get us all killed is something he would do.
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other. He tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You're right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then It's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death, and it's something that he couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
That's too easy, you guys. Come on now. Something related to Nagito's death. A piece of evidence that he couldn't mess with.
I see!
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
The victim is Nagito Kamida. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki is worried about is, what is it? What's hidden in the Monokuma file? I know, I'm sorry. Okay. Is that a C? Come here. Ah, no! Oh, crap. Oh. Whoa, where y'all coming from? I won't let you. Oh, God. So many letters. I need a C8. I need a S. Pause. Jesus Christ. No, don't die. No, I needed you. Oh, you're still here. God, crap, there's so many letters. Just give me the D already. That came out. That came out that way. My fault. Oh, man. God dang it. God dang it. All these letters. I need an A. You know what? Just collide. I don't care anymore. My A's, man. Just give me a T. Ugh, this is a mess. This is a mess. I need another T. Like, everything is everywhere. Hi, hi, hi. Is that it? Come on. Yeah.
I got it!
this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Oh, really? Oof. Big oof, man. So many oofs been going on today. I said, first, Akane with the tail thing, Sonya with the getting penetrated by something so big and thick, me looking for the letter. I said just give me the D already. It ain't even Friday, and tonight is so wild. Ain't even the finale of the game. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there was a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma?
I plead the fifth!
I plead the fifth.
Here he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Rikon's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place!
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but...
What the heck? Come on.
But it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
Of all people?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations. And that could... For example, would that
I didn't have to
malice
do that.
just
I cut you
end
off.
here?
That was awful. I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me.
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote?
Kazumi said, what friendship? We're not friends.
I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
You are right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma! You heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be alright. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. Then the situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. What are your thoughts on the trial so far, Urza?
No.
Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but... Well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Monami? Hey, how much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. Alright, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand the silence when you're all alone with someone else. So, Monami and I are the bestest of best friends. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. Enough! Why do I have to be hated that much? It's okay, Monokuma. My friends say they hate me all the time. Besides, the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy tiny 1mm bit. How sad. Distrusting your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know? We aren't even friends in the first place. Then as your older brother, let me say this. You're not even my brother. It's sad to live a life without friendship. That's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. Well, there may be some demands for that. There are a lot of yaoi lovers these days. This is 2019. Interesting. I know, Monami rebelling, and yeah, Monami's being a little strange today. And you almost had a panic attack when the trial was almost over? Come on now. No class trial that fast. We didn't even get our hours in. Come on now. You know better. I fell for it. I totally took the man bait. I want to save.
By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation. That's basically it.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Monami, you didn't tell me to save regularly. I should destroy you.
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear.
You'll definitely be useful. You know darn well Monami will have nothing to contribute in a battle.
It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities?
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like... it's possible that we overlooked something.
Overlooked, huh?
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly! We should cooperate at a time like this.
A fatal wound that wasn't the spear. We don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is no matter what. My OST!
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
If it's something that can't be seen, maybe he choked himself with a sleeper hold. Or liquefied his guts with a body blow.
Just thinking about it, that's already a horrible death.
The real cause of Nagito's death. Is that something I overlooked?
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his... It's not the other wound. With all those wounds, maybe he simply...
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that can...
I agree with that. That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Poison? It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I just...
Oh, God, it sounds really strange.
Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
You coming at me?
But, even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
He was a Yakuza, you idiot. Well, that is true. Fuyuhiko knows all about, eliminating certain people, He knows. That's what his family's all about. His family's feared, after all.
And this is when the hardtail appears!
Stop.
You're totally overvaluing that tail!
Don't underestimate the power of the front tail that we men wield. Give me a second. All of you. Yo, it's only... Okay, I was gonna say it's only a Kane, but nah, I helped out with that. I'm sorry.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Hell no! No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear!
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
Maybe. I love she says that. The way the poison entered Nagito's body, the answer is written on the warning label? I should think carefully and try to remember it. My worst enemy returns. And I'm low on health. Thanks to those stupid words. Just gotta be careful. Oh shit. Question 1. It was gas. Whoa. It's gonna come this way, isn't it? Yeah. Nice try, Monokuma. Don't feel bad for her. She got to eat her grandkid on his birthday. Oh, tragedy already striking. Let's be careful. I'll be slow as I have to. I don't have time for this. And I can't make no crazy jumps right now. This is not... And I got a text message. Oh god. Question 2. Through his nose. Dude, that reminds... Yeah. Do you think Hajime just spaces out to this minigame and the whole chorus is waiting on him? I'm trying to remember. I believe it happened in this game, or if it happens in V3, because you know how they always do the little, they think, and it's like a little mini game you do. I think in V3 or the second game, one of the characters, I think it was this game. I think it was Hyoko, because Hajime does something, he says something, and then Hyoko's like, you made us wait that long just to say something like that? Yeah, like, they be calling them out, like, they be calling them out sometimes. And I saw like a little, I don't use Tumblr, but I saw like a little thing on there where it's the thing they do, the little thought process, and someone like showed them in reality, like they're just like moving around whilst they're standing in place but moving around all weird like, and everyone's looking at them like, what are they doing? Like, what are they doing? Hang on, let me respond to this message. But yeah, I agree. That's probably what it is. Who knows? Maybe everyone is just like, hey, what are you doing? We put our faith in this guy. You know what I'm saying? This is the man we all put our faith into. Oh. Ah. Bitches. Yeet.
It's all coming together! What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
That's right.
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
The reason we didn't breathe in the poisonous gas is because of sprinklers, right?
I see! The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes, and is susceptible to hydrolysis. Oh, Urza, I have a... What the freak is this? Oh. I have a question for you, Urza, while I respond to these messages I got. Oh, wait. It was funny to you? Yeah, I know. But, the question I had for you while I respond to these messages I got, since we've established before, if I was in Danganronpa, we've established that I would be, like, the psychotic character, and, you also stated that I'd most likely probably survive. Alright, what about you? You're new to I've pulled you into the Danganronpa fandom, which I'm proud of. But what do you think you would be? Do you think you would be a killer, victim, that kind of thing? What do you think you'd be? The protag, sidekick, that one person? Who do you think you would be?
Of course! Hydrolysis! The chemical bonds that formed the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers!
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning.
Haha, we got it now.
The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Maybe you'd be the protagonist or that one guy, and maybe a victim. Okay, interesting, interesting.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death.
Oh, okay, how about this question? In honor of fan games, usually a fan game, I don't know if it's copyright or they get permission, I don't know, because fan games will always use Monokuma sometimes. There are some that don't use Monokuma. Like, there are some fan games where there's one fan game that's coming out that everyone is hyping up called Danganronpa Kill Cure. And everyone is hyping that up because it's going to be, coming out at some point. And their mascot is a monkey. There's another fan game where their mascot it's called Danganronpa Rebirth. That's another fan game. Their mascot is, I don't know what that thing is. It's something. It looks like a spirit. I don't know what that thing is. And then there's Danganronpa. There's Super Danganronpa Another 2, which is one other popular game. Their mascot is a crow. So if you were in a Danganronpa, so if you were to create a Danganronpa, what would you use the mascot be? Would you use Monokuma, or would you use like something else?
All right, all the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Well,
but what? There's still more?
I mean, Not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive is still unclear. Did he commit suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? Was that really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
Nagito's motive. Nagito's malice. Is this really okay? Can we really finish this here? No, that can't be.
There might have been an accomplice.
Huh?
Chiaki, what did you just say?
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
He's too iconic to use a bear. Honestly, though, I ain't gonna lie, I'd use him too. If Nagito really brought the poison to the warehouse, then the thing that would have been left behind is the container.
I see! Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a gas or plastic container away from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
Now I'm happy. I feel, that had to be the greatest thing I've seen in my entire life. This entire day, because you know I was in a battle with all that drawing I was doing. But, yes! I don't know why you even asked me that question. You know darn well I would love to see it. Yes, I would love to see it tomorrow. Of course. I would love to see it, give my thoughts on it. I'd love to see all that. Heck, maybe if you haven't, you know, come up with a talent for it, I'd be more than happy to, like, give my analysis on how it looks and decide of one for you. Or help you come up with one. I don't mind. That'd be awesome. Now I'm having fun.
That is impossible!
Welcome to the fandom.
I mean, an accomplice? It is just two!
Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right! You're totally right! That's totally it!
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get anyone hurt by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I want to just rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt. But...
That's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh? The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga! Still, that's pretty messed up!
Shut up! You just be quiet!
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
What is this feeling just now? Even though it was brief, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Akane said just now might be a clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. By Joe, Akane's intelligent. The way Nagito brought the poison, which means the thing he used as a container was... I better not die because these letters. I have like low health. Dang it, too late. Go somewhere. Akane is becoming suspicious? Uh-oh. And just when we thought Akane ain't smart like that. That's not good. Nothing useful. Oh, there it is.
I got it! I see! I got it!
Huh?
The fire grenades! Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
That bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but... the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime. Could it be?
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible! Miss Sonia just said so right now!
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh?
Sonia's word contained a clue. And it was that blue thing we found in his room. The blue piece of paper.
I can prove it with this. Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide! Enough already!
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
No, it's not.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison.
Oh.
So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
The moment the fire grenades were brought, and the moment Nagito breathed in the poison were the same? Could that same moment be when we all threw the grenades?
I see! Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so. When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
one of us.
Damn.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
What the heck? You said so yourself! You said Nagito committed suicide!
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Huh? The person who prepared the poison fire grenade was Nagito.
I see! It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
The person who set the fire was also Nagito.
I see! That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
The reason Nagito set the warehouse on fire, to make someone throw the poison.
I see! Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
Alright, hang on. More messages popped up. But, what the fuck? But, anyway, So we're starting to steer a little bit closer toward the conclusion. But Urza, I bet you can understand. I bet Are you starting to kind of see why trial 5 is my favorite?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
Because he's friggin' insane.
It was a trap.
Yeah, it's definitely alright. Yeah, I told you, Trial 5 is honestly my favorite. It's great. All these twists and turns.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
We don't know, Akane. We don't freaking know, my dude.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh? Could it be... Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
He was always in control.
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then...
Hold on! If that's true, you can't say the poison was a cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body, it was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve.
Ding ding ding.
He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces!
He was asking to be a part of the Darken's plan. I know, right?
For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
That's right! There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras! If Monokuma doesn't know, his trial doesn't count! Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times.
I am the god of this world.
I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Uh-oh.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
How can you? You're so sure. I mean, how can you have such an awful power?
Shut up.
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Sonia said I can never be queen.
Yes, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
A bastard bear? God? Haha. Earth is like, don't make me laugh.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Really?
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
That's right. It doesn't mean this trial is over yet. Even though I don't know who killed Nagito, it should be clear what kind of trap he sets. Then I have to do it. Even if it leads to despair.
I got it. Let's do this then.
I love this music. Uh-oh. There we go.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda. He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan. Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base, Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory, and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion.
The little final image thing they show, I mentioned that Mikon's was cool, Gundam's was cool. The Nagito one is probably my second favorite, when Mikon's do my first.
First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up. As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear.
He looks insane in the top middle with the head. He looks crazy.
But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream.
What are your thoughts on Nagito's trap, Urza?
He stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up. He also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear.
I know, right? That's true.
His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poisoned grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap.
There it is, that shot.
In conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity. This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is? Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
Are you saying we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange.
See, that was a good picture. I love that one. That's honest. If I had Mikons and Gundams not looked as they did, that easily would have been my favorite one in this entire game.
Did Nagito really not care who the killer was?
Huh?
He said this to us earlier.
It's going to be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way hope can lose. Absolute hope that can break through any despair can never lose in a place like this. And not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time we spent together.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart. I want you to try to remember what that is.
What Nagito believed in, his talent.
I see! Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
After all the time we spent together, I believe in you guys. And more than anything, I believe in my ultimate luck. So, it's definitely going to be alright.
Guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
It wasn't life-threatening at all. It was just a little escape game that ended with some Russian roulette. Russian roulette? It's a game where you load one bullet in a gun, and spin the cylinder, point it towards you, and pull the trigger. So you really did it? Ah, so that's how you're supposed to play it. So it would have been fine if I'd only used one bullet, huh? I guess it was just as smart as me said. Huh? I misunderstood and thought I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder, so that's how I did it. That you only had a 1 in 6 chance of surviving. But I'm still alive, after all. The only thing good about me is how lucky I am. And he did the same thing when the first killing happened at the old building near the hotel. He depended on his luck and was able to get cleaning duty just as he wanted. That's right. I trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty. You just relied on your luck? It's not just luck. It's true, my talent is trash, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know? Huh? I'm left with the red mark? For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now. At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
I just thought it was strange that it doesn't connect to anything.
Huh?
He factored in his belief in us, but for some reason he didn't factor in his own luck.
You see, this is a reason why people claim to call Nagito's talent, while he calls it trash. Some people will say that Nagito's talent is OP because he puts this much belief in it, and he tries to, like I've mentioned multiple times before, he tries to control it. Like as he said to his free time event, something bad happens, something good will also happen. And because of this, he tries to control that and make predictions on what could happen. So he tries to, you know, manipulate his talent the best way he can with predictions and trying to see what'll happen with the outcome.
No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
You know, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
A target? Who?
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it. That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student, and incorporated that luck into his plan. As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
You mean he left his plan to luck?
He risked his life for that?
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
No, I didn't have to ask that. I shouldn't already know what the answer is. He's looking for the traitor.
I see! That's it? The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
That is true. Nagito, like if there's like people say, if there's one thing more terrifying than like an insane person, it's an insane person that is intelligent because they know what they're doing. You know?
Then what he said in his video message.
It won't work with just any student handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you have to use the traitor student handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was after secretly monitoring everyone's activity. But I was a little annoyed that they never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
Then, it's just as Nagito said at the beginning. His purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believed in what Nagito said, we would have reached the answer much quicker. The reason this took so damn long, was it really because we didn't believe in him?
But if he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that!
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
I'm warning you.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
he relied on his luck to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for. It sounds way too unbelievable to have actually happened, but...
The only thing we can do is believe.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
Have you, Urza, have your thoughts changed on who you think is, who you think it is? Have your thoughts changed?
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened?
After all, it seems like we pretty much established that the traitor and the killer are the same person. And as I said, I did tell you that our traitor is female, so our killer female. So who do you think it is? We only have 3 girls to choose from.
Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it. Because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself!
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
I'll go ahead and wait for your response who you think the traitor is. And our killer. Alright, you think it's Chiaki or maybe Sonia? Okay then, well, here comes our moment of truth.
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor? Hajime, please.
The traitor is... Chiaki.
It's... you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please! Hold on!
Aw, you totally guessed right. Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor. The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Damn it. Why? This is nonsense. This nonsense is why? Why does this make sense?
Hey, Chiaki. Are you being serious right now?
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... up till now... you've been tricking us?
What? We were not tricked! After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying Future Foundation, that is obviously a
future foundation isn't what you think it is.
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity. So the only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet!
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe... I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
Huh?
Hey, Hajime. Can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What? What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but... as I expected, that's rather difficult. That's why... the only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So please.
Looks like we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all! 'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone. I have no friends. Anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Damn it.
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much.
Monami and Chiaki's relationship. Proving it here, is that the only way?
Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all get along. I won't let you. Let's all get along. First open and mix. I can't lose. Hajime, you stupid face. I won't let you. First open and mix. I'll lower your grades. Disappear. Hajime, you stupid face. Chiaki and I aren't best friends.
Monami's notebook.
This is the end!
Hajime, you stupid face!
When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with a new Sami logo on it.
I'm glad you're here with me, Urza. I needed that laugh, cause I'm about to cry.
That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
Oh, so sudden?
Give me that notebook!
Day 1. I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2. Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so that everyone's tired.
What is this? Is this Monami's diary?
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too, so that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long, but I finally understand.
No, the truth is, I might have already known the moment I found this notebook. It's just, I wanted to turn my eyes from the truth it contained. But now I clearly know. I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
The topic we discussed in that entry, the final dead room.
In the notebook, there was a specific entry.
Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go in the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room, but the only one who knew that.
If I win the life-threatening game here, I'll be able to go to that octagon place, right? That's where the exit should be. I did it. I finally did it. I finally figured out where the exit is. I can get out. With this, I can finally get out. You can't do that. You shouldn't go in there. You won't find what you're looking for.
That's right. The only person who knew that is... Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
It's really stupid to be fighting over something like this. And so, with an annoyed expression on her face, Chiaki walked over to the bombs without saying a word. Took her handbook out of her pocket. And without hesitating, swiped the card reader. Looks like it was wrong.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the traitor's handbook.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake! That must be a mistake! Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
I don't want to say these things, Sonia!
Of course not!
I will not believe it! I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor! There is just no way!
I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe it, but...
But then nobody will be saved!
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to it.
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs. There's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
I don't want to believe it, but I had to move forward. I had to move toward the path she's showing us.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to do—
That's not it.
Aww. Do you...
That's not it. Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake.
Oh my god, I'm sure... breathe. Alright, I'm sure you're peeping it, Urza, but ever since we found out that Chiaki is the one we're looking for, when Hajime does his little things, you notice that he doesn't talk, because normally he says, I can prove it with this, or this is my answer, that kind of thing. He's been silent, he doesn't say anything, and also, like, right there, only me, instead of saying, no, that's wrong, he says, that's not it. You see, he doesn't want to do this. It hurts him as much as it hurts me, man.
Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
I'm trying not to cry. I'm sorry. I'm really trying not to cry right now. I'm trying to be as calm as I can.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I do not want to hear that! Enough already. Please do not say another word. I do not want this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
I am too, Sonia. Like, oh my god, huh? We really are. This is our Urza, if only you knew the amount of pain I felt when I first played this game, and we got to this part with Chiaki being the one we were looking for. I was just like, I was hurt because I connected with Chiaki so much. Like, she was like that ideal person. She was that ideal friend that you would love to have, just because, you know, video games, little nice personality. So like when she just did all that, I was like, oh Lordy Jesus, what am I gonna do with this world? I'm gonna kill myself.
Sonia.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor!
I'm sorry, Sonia. This is gonna be a hard one. This is a hard one right here.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake!
Oh shit.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake!
Hang on. Urza, what are your thoughts on the traitor being, you know, Chiaki? Because I remember when you first, I remember when we were first talking about it, you were like, what were you saying? Oh yeah, you were saying things like, you didn't want to suspect someone like Chiaki because, you know, we loved her too much.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Why is it not working? Because I'm doing it right. The fuck? I mean, the heck.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Knowing it was a
where's my
fake isn't the
advance?
problem.
There we go.
What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand.
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake.
I'm so thank you for being thank you. Like pausing to calm down. Urza, Chiaki is. If I had to pick my favorite female character, you know for a fact it'd be Chiaki. Like Chiaki's my favorite. Chiaki's like my favorite character in this game, man. Yeah, I was right. She was the one we were looking for.
But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
Then, where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used? I wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes. I know that already. You should have said so earlier. Well, I thought if I kept quiet about it, it would foreshadow... If I got quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just not telling you for the first time. Phew, I feel relieved.
That... Monokuma may have just been lying.
Urza, did you leave? I hope not. Because, you know... Alright.
No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
Okay, thought you left for a second because, you know, it said one person watching, and you know I always have my phone watching the stream so I can see the comments. And I was like, what happened? Did you leave? Because, like, you just commented, maybe, whatever. Something happened, who knows? I mean, you gonna leave when the intense... I was like, you left during this intense moment? Did you need a break? I know you love Chiaki as well.
That's not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
That's not it.
Are you telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
Bless your soul, Urza.
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you that's not it. We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Yes.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Same, Akane, man.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? there's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone.
Ow. That was weird. Okay, I'm sorry.
You guys can stay alive by believing in me.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel.
I'm sorry.
Chiaki!
Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this. But still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
I'm sorry, but even in times like this, I still dislike Monami.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
I know. It's voting time, right?
Hey, Chiaki.
Don't leave me.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me, and cast your vote.
I don't want to.
God damn it! Why did it end up like this?
I don't know. I'm so sorry. I have no clue. Yeah. It's not fair. I feel the same as everyone else. There's no way I can agree to this. Emptiness, loneliness, sadness. But most of all, I'm ashamed of my weakness. But even so, I had to move forward. If we believe in the person who's urging us forward, then we had to start walking. And believe with as much hope as possible in what lies ahead.
Even so.
Man, I'm pooped. Let's go ahead and announce the result. The traitor from the Future Foundation and Nagito Kamaida's killer is... Chiaki Nanami.
Damn it!
Are you serious? That was correct? The fact that Chiaki was the traitor, the fact that Nagito's crime depended entirely on his luck. Everything was true?
Damn it.
Plus, that means that bastard managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Don't say that.
Damn it.
Stupid. We're not celebrating at all.
Damn it!
Chiaki, let me ask you one more time. Are you really part of the Future Foundation? An agent of the organization that brought us to this island? Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
That is...
I cannot believe it, even though I do not want to believe it. There is no choice but to believe, right?
I'm sorry.
It would have been better if I could have said it sooner, but I couldn't say it no matter what. Cause I can't betray the Future Foundation. Can't betray.
Well?
Even if you want to fly, you can't, right? Even if you want to swim where you please, you can't, right? It's the same for me. Due to the nature of my existence, I will never be able to betray the Future Foundation. What the heck? But in the end, you did something similar. What you did is no different than sharing your secret yourself. You're right.
Why?
Now's not the time to be laughing.
Well?
But, strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I wanted to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions. You're still saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're not just gonna answer. Right? Like, if we ask you why you were in the Future Foundation and stuff.
I'm sorry.
That is...
Even if you were a traitor, you never betrayed us. Chiaki, you will always be our friend, even now. We don't blame you for this. That's why you don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
So the traitor was revealed, and Chiaki lost in the end. It all went according to Nagito's plan, huh?
Like...
About that. Was that really Nagito's goal? Is it really okay to say he was trying to find the killer and eliminate them? If so, isn't it strange? Strange?
So...
I mean, we nearly lost, right? And if Chiaki hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost. You've raised a good point. That's exactly it. Even though Nagito said he would weed out the traitor, he never said he would kill the traitor. Huh?
Yes, indeed!
Congratulations! You successfully stopped Nagito's plan. I mean, Nagito's plan was to reveal the traitor. And kill everyone else besides the traitor.
Huh?
Kill everyone besides the traitor?
Are you serious?
That was Nagito's goal?
Huh?
Well, why would he do something like that? Of all to form a plan that only the traitor would survive? Is that bastard really that twisted?
Nope.
It's okay. Okay, what?
Well?
I mean, it's not just Nagito's fault. If the circumstances had been different, he probably would have taken things so far. Wouldn't have taken things so far.
Chiaki!
Chiaki, you really are a kind-hearted person. Huh? You think so? Jeez, I wonder where you got your personality from.
Perhaps.
Maybe our dad and our big brother, don't you think?
Hey, come on now!
Hey, don't go talking about your family all of a sudden. That's totally ripping off Teru Teru.
I can't lose!
Then I cannot lose to Chiaki. Just like Chiaki and everyone else, even if I know it's a fight I cannot win, I must try to retaliate.
Huh?
Huh? Retaliate?
I will no longer let you do as you please.
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
Chaozu!
As they say, we shall die together.
She's self-destructed?
What'd you say?
What's going on?
Huh?
Monokuma died.
No!
I'm not dead. A new fucking one came out. Phew. Man, that surprised me. If only I didn't have a spare, I would have died.
I can't lose.
Not yet. I'm not done yet.
That's...
Hey, wait.
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace.
Chaozu!
Stop it, I say! I'm sorry, I lose! Forgive me!
Hey, not yet. Seriously, stop it. If you don't stop right now, it's all going to be destroyed.
I won't forgive you.
Of course, I'm doing it so you'll all be destroyed. I know, right, Bastard Bear? I will be the one to protect my students.
I won't let you.
I will protect them with my life. Monami, you...
Hey!
Now then, how many of you are still there? You might as well come out all at once.
Ooh, how exciting.
How many? Not that much. Just around... What number is that? I don't know that. 6... You know what? Number. Huh? What did you say?
What?
Oh, 1 million. Okay. Well, 1 million? 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 1 quadrillion. Jump ahead to that. That's 10 to the 6th power.
Hey!
After all this, you're still joking around? You sure have quite the daring spirit.
Too bad.
Except I'm not joking. What are you even saying anymore? Didn't you see that scene? While you're doing this, my clones are continuously and endlessly created in the Monokuma manufacturing facility.
That's wrong!
What? Those are just stuffed animals. That's right. I checked them with my own hands. They're just plushies.
Damn it!
You're just bluffing. Monami, finish him off.
Hey,
Even if it's just a plushie, as long as you give it Monokuma's personality, it becomes a fully developed Monokuma. What did you say? There's no way that's possible. That's not even magic. Magic, huh?
Could it be?
Could it be? Have you already obtained that much power?
Hey!
Hold on. If you bring up magic suddenly, we're gonna be so confused. Yeah, they explained that, but yes. Unless you mean magic in a technical sense, we won't understand this at all.
Hey!
What's going on? Don't tell me they're gonna call this magic or something. Well, I don't care how you interpret it.
In the end, even if Monami risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong! There's no value in that life you're risking!
I need 10 to the 60th power clones of me running around the world.
So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement? What's this?
And how many Monamis are left to challenge my army of 10 to the 60th power? You don't have to say anything. I know. Let's see. You just have 10 more left, right? I know everything. I'm the conqueror of the new world.
I can't lose!
If you replaced conqueror with god, that would have been a straight up Death Note reference. Eartha said no one needs that. That would be like a terrible outbreak of destruction. That's so true. I won't give up, even if I have no chance of winning.
It's okay, Monami.
Huh?
Well?
It's not about giving up, you know?
Let's believe in them.
Let's believe in everyone, and leave the rest to them. But...
Right?
Right?
Damn
it. What the hell is going on? I do not know for certain, but the only thing I can say is...
Please listen!
Monokuma is an enemy of the Future Foundation.
Like...
Does that mean there's another organization that's our enemy besides the Future Foundation?
This is bad.
We're in this situation because we're caught up in a dispute between these two organizations?
Damn it!
Okay, that's it. Let's just leave that talk for later. Because...
Yahoo!
Because the punishment is time. Because punishment time's gonna start. Hold on, just a little more. Just a little more time.
Shing!
To wait or not to wait? That is the question. But which will cause more despair? That's the real question. You be the protagonist if I was the insane student or mastermind, you know? I'm pretty sure that falls in line to a majority of my friends. They'd all be the protagonist if I was the crazy one. If you think about it, you know, right? There's no way I'd wait. But I haven't...
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Hajime. Regardless, there's nothing else I can say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than I already have. Not that,
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
Now then, I have prepared a special punishment for Chiaki Nanami, the ultimate gamer. True, someone has to oppose me.
Special bleeding service!
For Monami too.
Huh?
Huh? Why even Monami? It's just a 2-for-1 special. I could have killed that thing anytime I wanted since she's not a student. And also, I don't need anybody that would define me anymore. Also, I remember now.
Sorry.
I'm an only child.
That is...
What is that? It's okay. Even if I'm here, I'd just be a burden anyway. And not just that. I've decided to believe in everyone.
You guys, I'm sorry about so many things.
Don't leave me.
I'm sorry for lying to you.
You didn't lie to us. It's okay.
I'm sorry. I couldn't protect you to the very end.
Chiaki!
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of.
True.
'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter.
True. You're also your own, like, harshest critic, you know?
If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life.
That is also true.
Love.
Bye, everyone.
Chiaki, don't leave me!
It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you.
Chiaki, please don't do this.
It's true. It's absolutely true.
About to break my TV.
'Cause I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
I only care about Chiaki.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
I've been here my whole life. Same though. Then let's proceed with high spirits. This is the very last punishment time. No, right? Breathe. Breathe. Moment of silence. Okay. Even to the very end, I couldn't look away from Chiaki's final moments. I couldn't either, Hajime. Without realizing it, I had fallen to my knees. Hajime, I'm on the floor too. I'm not even playing. I'm not on my bed. I'm on the floor. A feeling of powerlessness spread throughout my body. It's over. Hajime, you don't understand. I understand. This despair lurks within me as well. It just had to end. Before I could ask what I needed to ask, before I could say what I needed to say, Chiaki vanished before my eyes. I couldn't even tell her, thank you. If I had said that, would she have been comforted a little? As she was executed as the traitor, would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurts.
I don't believe it!
You know that feeling you get when you're finna cry? And like, your throat hurts because you've been crying? Tears ain't falling, but that feeling in the throat is there. Like, that genuinely hurt me. Again, I love Chiaki so much. Good gracious, that was such a big surprise. As for Chiaki, she regularly took on the role of point man during the trials, as did Nagito too.
What?
And not only was she the traitor, she was Nagito's killer too.
Phew.
Oh well, don't worry about it. There won't be any more situations where you'll need to rely on them.
Huh?
Wait, does that mean? Now that the annoying rabbit is gone as well, all the obstacles that have been keeping us stuck on this island are completely gone.
Hey!
Are you serious? We can really leave this island?
I shall now present.
I know, right? Hurt me. Yup, congratulations. With this, I shall announce the end of the killing school trip. For you 5 who survived up until now, I shall give you the right to graduate. Thank you for all your hard work. Are you really okay with that? What do you mean? There are still 2 days left. If you were acting like your usual self, you would be setting things up so another killing happens right away. You're right. Stop it, what are you saying? What if Mr. Monokuma changes his mind? Also, you said you 5, like you were emphasizing that part. Does the number of people matter more than the remaining time? That's why you're saying it's the end already, even if there's still only 2 days left, right?
Huh?
It matters that there are 5 people left? Are you planning to make a volleyball team? Akane.
Stupid fool!
You need 6 people for volleyball. Don't stay quiet, say something. What's your actual purpose? You're our enemy and an enemy of the Future Foundation. So what's your true identity?
Hey,
If the Future Foundation is world ender, then I will end the new world that the Future Foundation has created. Huh?
No.
Well, you just have to look forward to the rest after the countdown ends. That timer has almost reached 0. If it reaches 0, everything will end. The Future Foundation's lame plan will be nothing but toilet bubbles.
Hey,
And when that time comes, you'll know everything. You'll see all your questions answered in one go. And then, you guys will find out for yourselves just how messed up this new world is.
Hey!
Huh? A new world? Don't go saying shit all of a sudden.
Yep.
Well, just think of the remaining day, the 2 days until the countdown reaches 0 as a bonus. While you're at it, you should enjoy your life on this tropical island to the fullest. Because once you leave this island, your hopeless lives back home will be waiting for you. Monokuma's boisterous laughter carried on for what felt like forever. Our questions, our worries, our sadness were simply ignored. The laughter just kept going, forever. As for what we did afterwards, honestly, it doesn't matter at all. I returned to my cottage for the time being and fell asleep. Even after I woke up, my will to move my body didn't come back. That's why. I didn't look back on everything that happened up till now. I didn't think about what was going to happen. I just kept praying that nothing else would happen, and buried deep into my sheets as if I were trying to hide. In doing so, I was somehow trying to endure the long day. And then, the sun finally set. The day feels abnormally long when you spend it praying that nothing happens. Which reminds me, I haven't heard Monokuma's announcement. I guess that isn't needed anymore. Is everything really going to end? What is everything anyway? How far? How much is everything? If we leave this island, is everything going to end? There's still so much we don't know. About our school memories, the Future Foundation, Whole Speak Academy, Monokuma's true purpose. Can we really end this and turn our back on that, all that? And not just that, if we're really leaving, then where are we going? To Whole Speak Academy? That was my last night at Jabberwock Island. At a place where my worries didn't even matter, everything was about to end. I feel like I had a fun dream, somehow. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with a somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right, it's the last day. According to Monokuma. Suddenly my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I had never felt before. I feel like I had been abandoned in this world. Completely, utterly alone. With nobody left on this island. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonia. Okay. Like everyone was gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything, like everything in this world was nothing but lies. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the college, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape. When I left the cottage, I suddenly ran into her.
Hello there.
Ah, Hajime. Good morning. Good timing. Good timing? What do you mean?
See?
Remember Nagito's video message that we found at the factory? Yeah, when we were dealing with the bomb ruckus. What about it?
Well?
Apparently, there was more to that message inside that laptop. Huh?
Yep.
We weren't able to see it until a day or so had passed. Apparently, it was locked by a timer. Did he set it up so we wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial? Well, why would he do that?
Perhaps.
Maybe Nagito planned to leave this as a will. Nagito's will. Where is it right now? We were just planning to meet at the restaurant and watch it together. Got it. The restaurant. I know, right? Doki Doki. Hey, you're late. Is it true? Nagito really left another message? Kneel before Miss Sonia and thank her. She was the one who found it. I was going for a walk with Gundam's hamster, and I found it when I stopped by the factory.
Listen well.
A coincidence, you say? Wrong. That is the will of casualty guiding you.
Huh?
Why would Miss Sonia be going for a walk with Gundam? I never allowed that.
Damn right.
So anyway, let's hurry up and play it. Yeah, you're right.
I wonder who's watching this message.
Is it the traitor from Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. Looks like it ended the way I hoped it would. Ended the way he hoped it would.
Damn it.
Nagito was trying to kill everyone except the traitor. Damn it, it was just as Monokuma said.
Hey!
So he really set up the traitor as the killer, and he even tried to make them survive the trial? But why would he do that? Enough with their useless talk. It appears there's more. There's still more. But if everyone but the traitor is watching this video,
how unfortunate.
Then unfortunately, I guess I lost. That outcome is the complete opposite of the hope I believe in. Well, it's not that it matters for me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a dropout like me.
Now then,
let's put this meaningless introduction aside and get down to business. Since I don't know who I'm talking to, I'm going to speak so that both sides will understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took action after talking about it for so long. The special prize in the final dead room allowed me to learn a certain truth. This is wild. Hajime, are you okay? It would be troublesome if everyone found out, so I've already disposed of that page. But anyway, I was totally surprised. I mean... The Future Foundation's traitor must have known that truth all along. And so, I was able to learn the truth about this world, and resolved to take action immediately. I shouldn't have made fun of Hajime. Deep down, I always wanted to become a protagonist myself. But now that I know the truth, as I look back on Monokuma's actions, I'm starting to see what he's planning. By giving us information about the island's mystery and the Future Foundation, he's raising all your hopes. One thing, okay, about that comment, Urza, this whole glitch stuff that's happening, I've seen when Doki Doki came out with the glitches and the Monica stuff, a lot of people were like, this got nothing on Danganronpa's glitches. Danganronpa's glitches are way more terrifying than Doki Doki's. By giving us information about the island's mystery and the Future Foundation, he's raising all your hopes. But only so he can lead you to an unimaginable despair. Plus, Monokuma's trying to show that despair to someone. Perhaps that someone is... Jeez, what a hopeless truth. Who is Monokuma's true identity? How could they come up with a plan like that?
Now then.
But that's enough reflecting on the past. Let's talk about the future now. If you want to escape Monokuma's plan, there's a specific place you need to go to. The key to enter that place is that message you found at Nezumi Castle.
Well...
Normally, you need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place. But since that message gets rid of those steps, you can think of it as an Easter egg or something. It was probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Monome. But that has nothing to do with me. Will you I'm not reading that. I had to hide this until my plan came to an end, but I guess now's a nice time to announce it, right? That is very true. Very true. So then, I'll announce the password. 11037. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. 11037 is the password. And we all remember what 11037 was when you would flip those letters. It was Leon. That is the password that was written in the Izumi Castle. You had to use that to enter you have to use that to enter that specific place. That's the only way you can escape Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever, but that's all for me. With this, my duty is finished. I believe my actions will become the foundation of this world's hope. And if that really happens, praise me. Tell others what I've accomplished. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me.
Please call me the ultimate hope.
This was Nagito's final message. That 11037 number that Nagito said was the password. There's no mistaking it. That's the password to enter that ancient ruin.
Hey.
You better hurry. Let's go before the countdown reaches 0. You're right. Let's go. Let's go outside. Now's the time to relax. I need to hurry to the ancient ruin on the second island. Oh shit, I went the wrong way. Uh-oh. Somehow, this is quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Is it really safe to go inside? What's gonna be in there?
You are a boy, right?
It's so unreliable to be freaked out like that. You're a man, aren't you?
Fool!
There's also that countdown. There's no time to stand around.
I'm gonna do it!
Damn right. It's our last chance to get inside. I'm starting to feel nauseous from the thrills, the chills, the kills. Same, Sonia.
Thanks for the food.
If you're gonna let it out, why not do it in the Tupperware I keep with me?
Dumbass!
Hey, now's the time to fuck around.
Young Master Fuyuhiko.
It's going to be alright. You don't have to worry. I will protect my young master. Now then, let's go forward together.
Shut up.
The hell? Don't treat me like a kid.
This is your leader's order.
Believe that hope lies beyond this point. That is your leader's order. Oink, 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 oink.
What?
What was that? I told her that you only understand piggy talk. I said, you're so cool in piggy talk.
In the name of my family.
I'm going to kill you.
Hajime.
Hajime, the password, please. Yeah, I know. 11037, right?
It's gonna be fine.
There's no need for you to worry. The only thing beyond this point is a shining future. Ibuki, yes. Now then, let's open the door to the future. Beyond this door, the future is waiting. A sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward.
Is this a trial ground? But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
By the way...
Huh?
Where did everyone go?
Everyone?
What? Something's wrong. What did I do? No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is... this world. Getting anxiety. This is terrifying. Abandon all hope. Want to save your progress? Yeah. I am so tempted to just do chapter 6. Not like in one sitting, but like do some of it. I'm so tempted. I don't know why. I'm just so tempted to do it. Want to save? Yes. Oh, got a message. Chapter 5 completed. Isn't that strange? We got some Doki Doki type stuff going on. It's crazy. You can look at your closet. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, Urza. I want your thoughts on this. I want your opinion. It's only 12:40. I know it's a school night, but like I said, I'm so tempted to do chapter 6. Not the whole thing, but like some of it. If you're up for it, like I don't want to keep you awake or anything. Would you like to see some of chapter 6, or would you rather wait for like that to be tomorrow? What do you think? Let's do it. Okay, so since chapter 5 stream was really long, I'ma turn the stream off, and then I'm gonna restart with a different title and all that stuff. So, you know, give me a second. I'm gonna leave, and then I'll restart a whole new stream. I want to start fresh.